Hear it? Hello and welcome to the latest episode of Quit Acting Stupid. I'm your host, Jamie Paredes, and joining me as always are my brothers, Bobby and Rudy. Say hello, boys.
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
All right, how's it going? You guys look like a bunch of winners right there.
Winners.
Winners is in the competition that we're in, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Competition.
I need your guys' parenting advice. So I hadn't mentioned it to you yet.
Whip them. The answer is always whip them.
That thought came through my head.
Whip them, Daddy.
No, but actually, I was kind of impressed. So get this. So today's trash day. So we're running late to take Avery to school, and I got both the girls in the van, and I'm like, oh crap, I gotta pull out the recycle. So I pull out the big container or whatever, and I noticed right there on top were two poor test grades just staring at me. And I was like, what? I surely I would have this would have rang a bell seeing that grade on two pieces of paper. Yeah, you know where I'm going with this. And so I'm like, I don't reckon I remember a measurement test, but I don't remember seeing it. And I was like, oh my gosh, she put her tests in the recycle because that's her.
Damn!
Yeah, that's one of her chores is she takes down the recycle. And so I was like, what? And so I pulled them out and I was like, did you put these in the recycle? And I got the deer in headlights. Yeah, it was
He's a terrible kid. Oh my God, that's awesome.
I would have done something a little more sinister. I would have been like, yeah, so how did you do on that test? You know.
See, now keep in mind we're rushing to school, so I have like 5 minutes.
Oh, that's right.
And that's our spelling word studying, review. So we're going over and while I'm testing her on her spelling words, I'm thinking, okay, what am I going to do? I have to, before this ride is over, I have to tell her what's going to happen, and so I'm like, what would you guys have done in this situation?
Well, real quick, first of all, before we get into it, you keep calling it the recycle. Isn't it the recycling? Like it's the recycle bin.
Dude, I got a lot of tables.
I think you're focused on the wrong part of the story.
It's bothering me. You said it like 3 times, like she put it in the recycle. It just didn't work. But anyways.
The recycle bin, I guess. I could
have. Yes, the recycle bin. Okay. So, Bob, what would you do?
I ain't got time to be distracted by your worthless chime-ins. Go on.
Gee, I don't know. I would have been like, man, I'm so out of practice too. I mean, given that the boys are so old.
So can I just say, like, Jamie, these are your last 2 kids. Aren't you tired? Aren't you tired? Like, who gives a crap about measuring? Who cares? Like, it's not going to get her into college. It's not. I promise you, it won't get her into college.
It's funny because I'm going through, and here's the little. I love Avery's school teacher, everything, but we do get like all the papers sent home like on one day.
Friday.
So like this was a test. It was dated like the 23rd, and I mean that was what, over like
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
So I'm like, so it totally could have slipped by me.
I guess I would have the conversation with her like, hey, you're lying. Like, I don't care about a measuring test, but you can't lie to me. You got to show me everything. But I remember Miranda when she started high school at Shawnee Mission Northwest, and that was like it was my first kid, so I don't know if it was the first time, but that was about when they started, like, they get every parent's phone number and you get a text message every time she gets a failing grade, and I'm getting like, Miranda got an F, Miranda got an F, and I'm like, what is going on? So then I go up to the school, or I call. I think I emailed the teacher. I'm like, what? like, what's going on? And it's literally like a homework assignment. She got like 1 out of 4 or 1 out of 2, or, like, it's just, I don't
Yeah.
need to know. Like, I want to tell them, don't bother me with that. If she's about to not pass, that's what I need to know. I don't care if she, a 4-question quiz, got 2 right. I don't care. Like, it's over. It's too much. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I think Rudy was onto something initially. I think you addressed the lying first or the deceit
Yeah,
first.
for sure. For sure.
Then you've got to have a question about what went wrong on the test. So, see, I'm always about, let's make sure we address the root problem, which is that she didn't do well on the test. But before you can get to that, you got to deal with the deceit. Did you, what were you thinking that by putting this in the, I mean, you know the answer, right? I mean, were you thinking that by putting this in the recycling bin that you were going to, that I wasn't going to see it or hear
Right.
about it? So,
Right.
you've got to go down that line, that path of questioning first. And then ultimately, then you got to come back around to, all right, well, what the hell happened on the test here? What?
Yeah. See, and too, I'm kind of with you, Rudy. Like, and I've kind of evolved in that. I kind of have to catch myself every now and then because, like I said, we get a stack of papers, and so I'm going through them like, oh, kid, she clearly just it was like she had to write her spelling words 2 times, once printing and once in cursive, all of them, and then she gets down to the last 2, and she just writes them once. It's just cursive in cursive. And I was like, "What are you doing? You just, I mean, she got 9 out of 10 because of it." And I'm like, "Okay, it's 1 point, not a big deal, but
Right.
what are you doing here?" And she's like, "Well, it's morning work, and this boy say stuff that's funny, and I must have just got distracted." And I'm like, "Okay, what?" So yeah, we're kind of going through some of this stuff, and like Rudy, like you said, I'm like, do I need? She missed. It was a grams versus kilograms question, and I was like, all right, dude, I don't really care about that. I mean,
Right.
she's gonna eventually know what a freaking the difference, that you can measure an apple with grams as opposed to kilograms. Like it
Oh, sure.
I don't care, But yeah, so going back to this, we get to school, and so we're studying spelling words, and uh, usually once we're done studying, if she gets them all pretty quickly, then she gets to play her music. And so we studied spelling words all the way up till we got into that parking lot, so she couldn't listen to her music. And I was like, because she eventually fessed up to it. I was like, "Did you do this?" And she was like, and then she's, like, "Yeah, I did it." And I didn't want to just put the hammer down, and so I was like, "Okay, well, I was going to ground you for a week, but since you fessed up to it, even though I had the proof here, like she couldn't get,
Right.
obvious." I was like,
You
"Well,
caught her.
yeah," I was like, "Well, since you
Right.
fessed up to it, just the next 3 days, and then I went on to say, I don't care that you uh, got a bad grade, but I need to know if you can't hide this from me because I need to know if you're struggling, because
Right.
then if you're struggling, then I can get you help. It's not, and so I kind of put it that way, and I mean, she acted like she got it. She could have just been like, just
She'll
like,
say whatever she needs to
when will
in order
Dad shut up? Yeah, yeah, I
to
need
get
to get out.
Sure.
I'm in the pickup line or the drop off line. But then I had to throw in the and what I've learned over the years is that, and I was something, I think it was like Macaulay Culkin, where he mentioned something. He was talking about his dad, and that his dad never said he was proud of him or something. And so I was like, okay, I got it. So ever since I heard that, I was like, okay, I got to throw that in, you know, from time to time. I was like, I'm proud of you, but, or I
Did
said, I'll never be ashamed of you. So don't, if you get a bad grade, don't worry about hiding it. We just need to get you help if you need it, type of thing. So it's like, yeah. So I
do you ever
kind of good.
do you ever remember Dad saying he's proud of you?
Never, never, no, never, no. I mean, it didn't affect me. I
I'm
mean,
trying to think. I don't. I mean, Dad barely says anything anyway. But
right. I mean, yeah. I mean, when does he put 6 words together? Right. I mean,
yeah, no, I mean, he never did, but I don't think I'm any worse off for it. Um, but I think that's just
but what
me.
if we are? What if we are, and we don't know it? What if we
Ooh, good
have
point.
like deep mental blocks that we put up fences, but because
Well, we
our
do have.
dad
We do, not necessarily from that, but we've talked about it before. Why do you put on obscene amounts of deodorant? Why do I
Oh, yeah,
why do I not want people looking over my shoulder? It's because of things that, our
yeah,
parents just little comments they made,
right.
like
Why
oh,
do I
you
jam?
need to clean your ears.
Yeah,
You
I
need to
was
clean.
about to
I'm
say
like,
that.
I don't want.
I jam Q-tips like I'm touching my brain with these things, and you're not supposed to. That's
Right.
well known now. You're not supposed to use Q-tips that way. But I'm just because I don't want anything in there because mom might come by and say, "Oh, did you clean your ears today?" Ugh.
Yeah.
And
I
so
I literally had something hanging out of my ear, and Anita's like, "You got some wax?" I'm like, "Well, was anybody going to say anything?" And then Eliza, like 3 minutes later, she comes up from the basement and she's like, "You got something in your ear?" I'm like, "All right, I know.
Wait, you didn't take
Stop."
care of it the first
you
time?
Well, I mean, it's like there was like a very short period of time between the two.
you literally had like wax coming out of
I
your
guess.
ear.
I guess. But you know
How
what? I
long?
don't. I
How
don't
long had
stick.
it been since you touched your ear?
I don't stick the Q-tips in there.
Every shower,
Yeah.
there's a washcloth with soap, and I'm jamming it in there. And
With a
No, I don't want to
washcloth?
perforate my eardrum. I don't.
I
I
mean, I perforate my eardrum.
So what I
perforate.
so
What perforate?
what I try to do is take a little piece of toilet paper and go around the outside, but
Toilet
I don't
paper.
get all the way inside there.
They make
Around the
Q-tips for a reason.
outside.
No, Q-tips give you the impression that I mean, Q-tips are so easy to go into the ear. No, I don't want to jam anything in my ear. Because
Wait, if you're
also
going,
too, what
why
you're
don't
doing
you
is
just go
you're pushing the wax further in.
right? That's what you're doing. But why don't you just go around the outside with the Q-tip?
I don't use the Q-tips because they're too pointy. I want to use so I'll put
They're
toilet
too
paper over
pointy.
my
They're not pointy at all.
toilet
Oh
paper over
my!
my pinky, and then I'll go in there
What?
to try and yeah.
What is wrong with
Ugh,
you? Toilet paper over your pinky, one,
that's the
and then the
dumbest
other
thing I've
one,
ever
Because
and
heard.
the other
you've
one's
got
using a
more
washcloth.
surface area here than what you get with a Q-tip, right? I mean, and then you can also
No,
make sure it's not going to be
no.
jammed all the way in because your finger can only go so far.
But Jamie, you're giving
That's
me
what she
crap for
said.
going in with the washcloth?
Yeah, that's stupid.
Why?
No,
That's
What's wrong with
because you
that?
have Q-tips. They're
no,
made for a reason.
I don't use Q-tips for that. I
So
use a
you use a
washcloth like Rudy.
Q-tips are
what?
made to rhinestone dance costumes.
First of all, you're a 4-year-old if you're still using a washcloth in your shower.
We've
We've
talked
had this
about this
conversation.
already.
Yeah,
You're disgusting if you don't use a
Move on
washcloth.
down the road.
no.
Yeah,
You're shoving the bar of soap up your ass crack, and
Well,
that's
you're
disgusting.
wiping your butt with the washcloth, and then you're
And then
using
it
that
goes
same
in the
washcloth.
wash.
So how many washcloths do you not wash your face, the rest of your
I
body with
don't
your?
wash my face as part of the shower. As part of the shower, I only put the soap on and wash the soap off. I don't scrub my face with a towel. Now the rest of my body, I do use a washcloth,
No,
including my ear.
I use the washcloth for my face. I scrub. I get my eyelids. I get all
So you
that
wipe your
squirt
butt,
thing.
you shove the washcloth up your butt, and then you wash your face
No,
with it.
no. If you can I finish? Can I finish? Can I finish? I So you want to know my whole shower routine? Let's go through it. I get in.
I
My
love
hair.
it.
All right,
No.
hold on. Start with taking your clothes off first and talk very, very slowly. I want to picture this. All right.
All right. No, seriously. You soap up the washcloth, and I scrub my face really good. I have eyelids,
Wait a minute.
everything. Ew.
You scrub your
Ear hole.
face with body soap?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's Dove sensitive skin though. So
Oh, I got sensitive skin. Oh,
CeraVe. CeraVe is the only way to
my
go.
spot.
there, man.
Sarah,
Anyway,
who? Who's Sarah?
so then I go to my body, get the
Hey,
Ooh, hold
how do
on.
you rub that booby?
get the pits,
Ooh, I like
get
it.
in the ear. But
I feel
then
like I'm in there with you.
the very last thing is you go right down the swipe what did Tomas call it last week? The devil's wallet. Go right down there. Make sure maybe
I
even get in there. Maybe even get in there. Get the inside.
that
You
reminds me of
you give yourself a prostate exam.
Get myself an enema with a
that
soapy
reminds me of
washcloth.
that reminds me of the clip from don't be a menace to South Central while drinking your juice in the hood, where he's talking about taking a shower in prison, and he's talking about watching the soap
And the
run
sense.
down the crack it. You don't remember any of that?
Yes,
How the
I
hell did we
remember.
get here?
Okay.
What the
I
hell are we
remember, but
talking
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. How did we get here? Why are we even talking?
Somehow we
We're
went
talking about
from
grades. We were talking about grades.
We went from my daughter's test to soap going down butt cracks. I don't know how that happens.
Weird.
Oh, we were talking about ears.
Ugh.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, how did we get to ears though?
Oh, the things that our parents have told us over the past that have caused us to have mental.
Oh, right.
yeah.
And then,
Yeah.
Dad's not proud of us. That's where we were at.
I think
Yeah,
that's what everything boils down to is our parents not
Do you
being
think
proud.
do you think he was proud of me when I hit the home run over the fence in midget A? And against the Bulls?
He's probably watching
Yes.
my game.
Again
And
with this.
And I trotted around the bases. I should have
Yeah, but you guys talk about Dad never telling us he was proud of us. But you know what? So I've gotten into the habit because, you're only going to be on this earth for so long. And so I've gotten into the habit of trying to tell people I love them.
Oh,
That's
dork.
so
Yeah, I know.
lame.
Because our parents didn't tell us that they loved us when we were growing up. I
But
know.
They
You
didn't.
got to start somewhere, and you got to be the change you want to see in the world. So it
Oh my
starts with me.
gosh! What is
So what
wrong
I
with
like
you?
to do, what I like to do is when I give Dad a hug. I haven't done this in a while. But when I give Dad a hug and tell him I'll see him next week or whenever I see him again, I tell him I
Creepy.
love him, and then Dad says, "Uh-huh."
That's awesome.
Uh-huh.
I only hug Dad like as a joke. Like I've got a couple pictures of me hugging him like as a joke. Like I know it makes him uncomfortable, so I just. But yeah, no, it's weird.
Well,
But
someday
along those,
and then you'll regret not actually having a real hug.
no, because Dad and I we know
Oh yeah,
it's all good. Yeah,
yeah, you do.
Yeah, he's gonna laugh at you. He's gonna be like, "What is he?" Yeah, no, but along the lines of what you're saying, I had that in my phone to talk about. Be the change you want to see or whatever. I was on a walk this morning, so on Wednesday mornings I get up
Walk.
early.
You
Can
walk?
I finish? Can I finish? I take Macy to school early in the morning, like 7:30, and then I actually went by the rental property to check it out. And I knew this would bother Jamie when I saw the
It's
porch
still
light
there.
on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, the property's still there, but the porch light's on, and I couldn't wait to
Gotcha.
tell Jamie.
Yeah, I
But
got
anyway,
I got a whole story for lights in the house, but I'm not going to
so
derail your story.
so I usually drop Macy off, and then I head to Ford to work out. I go to the gym. So, but then I lifted weights or whatever, and I'm like, okay, I can do some cardio. I can get on a treadmill, but I'm like, no, I'll go home, get the dog, and
Who's
then we'll go
cardio?
to.
Sorry.
Instead of getting on a treadmill and staring at a TV or whatever, I'll go home, get the dog, and we'll go to the walking trail, and we'll. Didn't even think how muddy it would be, but anyways, that's beside the point. So we're walking, and I'm out there, and so this is like 9 a.m. I'm up early, and I'm walking with the dog, and it's all viejitos out there. That's the viejito hour
Oh
apparently.
yeah.
But as I was walking, normally I just have my headphones in. Sometimes I'll be walking and looking at my phone or whatever, but I started saying good morning to people.
Yes.
Well, like the first couple people said it to me. Like the first couple of viejitos were like, good morning.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm like, good morning. Good morning. And there were, like I said, there were a lot of them. We were crossing paths. And I'm like, you know what? That felt kind of good. Like I'm going to smile and say good morning.
Wow,
Because
you're pleasant.
I,
Do you
I,
like people now?
I think when I'm walking at like noon, what do you say? You don't say good afternoon. That's a weird thing to say. Good afternoon when you're
You say
walking.
hello. You say hello.
Hi, hello, hi.
So
But I don't know, something about maybe it's because it was viejitos and I didn't feel
intimidated by him.
intimidated.
Yeah.
But man, so and there were a lot of them. So the first couple said good morning to me, and good morning. And so then I'm like, I told myself I'm going to say it to the next one, and I see somebody coming up, I'm like, good morning, and I like beat them to the punch. And it was we're exchanging smiles. It was a good start to the day. Like,
I'm proud of you.
yeah,
Yeah, that's impressive.
yeah,
Yeah.
because I
My
hate
son
people.
made fun of me when because I will wave at anybody who drives down the street or whatever. I'll just wave. Whether
Yeah,
I know him,
no,
don't know him,
that's what you
whatever. I
do.
just wave. And he saw me do that, and he's like, he basically treated me like
Do
I was
you know
Ned
him? Do you know
Ned
that guy?
Flanders or something. Like I was some nerd.
Yeah,
Like yeah, I'm like
it's funny because
you got to do it.
that's what you have to do. But
Yeah.
on top of that, at work, I'm on a forklift all day. So I'm driving all day at work. And it's basically head nods, waves to I've never seen these people in my life. And in a way, during training, they tell you, like, we've it's kind of our job to make sure they know that we see them, so I'm not running over anybody, you know. So we're taught to kind of make eye contact and tell every, you know. But I'm saying hi to people I've never seen before and I'll never see again. But it's just kind of a, you know,
You need to do it
so
with the finger guns.
I should
Like the
finger gun.
Shooter McGavin. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah.
Sorry,
So
I
anyway,
didn't mean to.
no, it's
You.
good.
So
Good start to the day. Yeah. Good
Yeah,
morning.
that's
Good morning.
awesome.
A hearty good morning and a smile will get you a long way.
mhm,
And then there
Yeah.
was
I'm
one
sure.
guy that was approaching me. He had a quarter zip Royals, and he didn't look friendly at all. So he didn't get a good morning from me.
I'm gonna save my good morning then. You do
But
not get one.
I'll keep that in my pocket.
I'm not gonna bestow one on you.
Yeah.
So,
So
going back to the shower conversation, can I
do we
share
have
something
to?
with you guys? Yeah,
Sure.
I want to share something with you guys.
Sure.
Yeah, yeah, whatever. I'm just saying, why go back to jail, you know? Oh, man, I ain't worried about jail, man. You sound like a bitch. Bitch? Man, I ain't worried about jail. Shit, man, I don't give a damn about going to jail. They can take me to jail. Take me to jail? Shit, lock me up. Lock me up? Throw away the key. Throw away the key? I ain't afraid to put somebody in his ass. Hey, whoa. This fool is tripping. I'm out of here. You on your own there, bro. Y'all, come on, man. Y'all ain't never been in the shower with a man and you see the suds roll down the crack of his ass and you just I'm fooling y'all. Man. I was fooling y'all. Those was dope.
That was jokes.
Woo! Those was jokes. I'm fooling y'all. Those was jokes. Uh,
One of my favorites.
oh,
I
let's
had to
hope
share.
nobody in Macy's class is watching this episode.
Oh God, yeah.
Uh,
Oh
yeah,
Yeah. People, all our new subscribers are like, what
yeah.
the
yeah.
hell
We're
I
did they
wrote
trying
do?
to
that.
we're
What did I
trying to
just
win an
What kind of
award here.
what kind of podcast is this?
Let's
Yeah,
check it
sorry,
out,
my
and
bad.
then yeah.
Yeah.
No,
So anyway,
yeah. So I was taking Macy to school this morning, and if there's a transition button, you can hit it. But I got an email from her band teacher a couple days ago, and in it was kind of upcoming dates, things that are important or whatever. And she mentioned band camp coming up. Now, if movies have
yes,
taught me anything, if movies have taught me anything,
not a
my
place you
daughter
want to
is
be.
not going to a band camp. Um, but
Oh wait. Oh, so many drops.
what are you
Keep
looking
going.
for? Anyway, in the email though, the teacher said it's pretty expensive. So I
69 dudes.
no, what? No, talking about middle school band camp. My daughters,
We're
stop it.
talking about movie. Never. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Anyway,
Sorry.
so in the email, the teacher said it's expensive, and it caught my eye. It caught my attention because like you're sending this email to like Blue Valley
Yeah, I
parents.
was gonna say, what is a teacher
What is it? Yeah,
in
what is
Overland Park,
expensive?
whatever? Yeah.
What is expensive to Overland Park parents? So, anyways, I didn't think anything about it. So on the drive to school this morning, we were getting closer to school, and she's like, "Oh yeah, Dad, there's this band camp this summer, and I really want to go." And I was like, "Oh, really? Do you have any information on it?" So she gets in her bag and she pulls out this flyer. She's like, "Here it is." She's
She doesn't
like,
play the flute anymore though, so that's
"She
good.
does not." Yes, that's true. She does not play the flute. Like,
Yeah.
what was her name in American Pie?
I don't remember.
I know Allison Hannigan, but I don't
Allison
remember her
Hannigan.
name.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't remember her name in the movie. But anyway, she doesn't play the flute anymore. She plays the bassoon, which could be even anyway. So, so she's
Painful.
like, yeah. She's like, I really want to go. I really want to go to band camp. She said, it's an overnight camp, and I was like, oh boy.
Swing.
So, but then the thing that made I kind of thought was funny that she pointed out, she's like, I didn't think you would let me because it's at KU. Like she knows we absolutely hate KU. Like
Oh.
we are not KU people. And so
Yeah.
Macy knew, she's like, yeah, it's at KU. So I wasn't sure if you would be okay with it or not. And so I'm like, leave me the information, you know, blah, 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 blah. So I want to do a little Prices Right like we always do, guys. It's
Man camp.
okay.
Okay.
So
An overnight, one overnight.
middle school band camp. It's June 14th through the 18th. So I think it's
A full
yeah.
week then, Monday through Friday.
Okay. So there's a commuter option to Lawrence, and then there's a dorm option. Stay in the dorm room. The teacher told these Blue Valley parents it was expensive. All right, shoot. What do you think the commuters would pay, and what do you think the people that stay in the dorm are going to pay, the overnights?
I'm gonna say that the commuter price
And there's
is
eats too.
Yeah, they got to feed them. So
commuter price is $350.
okay.
The residential stay there
$350.
$650.
Okay. I'm gonna
350.
say the commuters 1,000, and we're talking for the whole thing, right?
Yeah, just this is
Okay.
the fee, and she can go and stay.
Commuters 1,000. The dorm people 1,500. No, 1,250.
Okay. You guys are both. I mean, obviously nobody nailed it on the head, but Jamie, you way overshot it. So
Really?
yeah.
I'm thinking
Commuters is
hotels like normally cost. Anyway, go ahead.
yeah.
And with
No,
food.
commuters are 500,
Okay.
and overnights are 725, which
So it's closer to where I was.
closer
I
to
mean,
Bob, I think. Yeah, Jamie, you overshot it, but still, like, when she told me about it, I'm like, because she's talking about band the way Manny is currently talking about cooking, like food, and he's telling me all this. Manny's telling me all this inside stuff, and I'm like, bro, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know any of the food you speak of. He's like, his hollandaise? No, wait, his what do you call a base?
Worcestershire sauce.
No, there's
I don't know.
terms that he's using, and I'm like, bro, I just, I, yeah, okay, I just smile and nod. But
Yeah,
that's what,
go make some for me.
your
yeah,
question is
exactly.
just does it taste good? That's all I want to know.
Right. But Macy gets in the car now when I pick her up, and she's so excited about music, and she's pulling out her sheet music, and she's like, "So we got this new song, and we're trying to learn it, and we can't do this." And she's using these terms. She's like, "Dad, what's it called when you have blah blah blah, and they're all in a group?" And I'm like, "I don't even know like the first part of what you're talking about. I'm not going to know what you call them when you put them all together. Like, I don't, and I don't know how to explain to her. Like,
Surprised you didn't know that.
I no idea how to do any of it. But she's very into it. So I was thinking, maybe it's possible. And so it literally before I came down here, I'm like, I looked at the sheet she gave me. I'm like, let me had a little QR code. Let me scan it and see. And $725. Like, what?
That's the
That's a
overnight
lot of
price,
money.
right?
But it is a
That's
full
crazy.
week. But
It is
yeah,
a full week.
I mean,
I,
it's
I want to say
I think
she's
it's
too young.
I think it's reasonably priced for overnight. Like, but that doesn't mean it's not a butt ton of money. You know what I mean?
So she's a sensible kid. I'm assuming she didn't know how much it was. But she also knows how much
I
I
have
pay.
3 kids and no money. Why can't I have no kids and 3 money?
Sorry.
She also knows how much, we pay or I pay in cheer. And
Oh yeah, I forgot about
Oh
that.
yeah,
it's
she's got other things, doesn't she?
like
Maybe
they
you can use that to
literally,
quit cheer. Get her to quit cheer.
I trust me, I will try like hell I should tell her, I'll pay for you to go to KU for the summer camp, for the band camp if you quit cheer, Coulter. But no, we can't already because cheer ended. Cheer ended, and I was like, sweet. So I got a couple months before they start back up again where I don't have to pay them. And then all of a sudden, I open my email. Here's your receipt from,
Ah,
the cheer. And I'm like, receipt for what? And I open it up. They charging us for tryouts. So we got to try out for next year. So they're gonna get your money. I remember who was it? Oh, I know who. So I don't know if I should say their names, but the my daughter's dance studio where she went to forever. The husband of the owner said, "We're gonna get your money." Like, don't. He straight up and told me that. He's like, don't worry, we're gonna get your money one way or another. We're gonna get it. And I'm
So
like, he's 100% right.
you mean to tell me that the lady at the gymnastics place was not sincere when she told me that Avery was going to do some great things and that she
Yeah,
needed that extra night of
right,
gymnastics? Oh
Really gonna
man,
right.
put her over the top. And
wow.
And it
that's
makes
what I'm thinking the whole time you're talking about the camp. I'm like, I would be inclined to want to do it for her, but I'm like, is it the difference between her, achieving at one level and her achieving at
right.
another? And it probably isn't, right? I mean,
Kind of in the same way that this measurements test isn't going to get Avery into college. I
Right.
don't think this band camp is going to get Macy into some,
Like
the Boston Pops or whatever the hell.
they're not
I
going to
think
introduce. You mean they're not going to introduce these secret notes that nobody outside of the
that
camp knows
nobody else
about?
knows. Right, right. So it's,
I
but
can't, I
it
can't
makes
play, I
me,
can't play that note, and they're gonna be like, well, you should have been with
Should have
us
been
in the
there.
summer.
were you there at KU? No. It makes me wonder, like, was Parker good at dance or was this all just BS? Was it all just smoke?
Well, I hate to tell you, but
Yeah,
She
no,
did.
they'll tell you what. There's no one easier to get money out of than a parent of a young kid and just tell them, hey, she's doing really great. We think she should move up to the next. And we're
mm-hmm.
like, what?
Or,
Boom,
or how,
roasted.
or how about this? Have you ever thought about getting your child into modeling? They are a very acute kid.
Yeah, yeah.
I've heard
Hey,
that a
that's
lot.
what we need to start. We need to start a modeling studio for babies.
Oh gosh, people love them some
For every
kids,
parent.
some their
Yeah.
kids.
Because,
Yeah.
right, I mean, every parent thinks their child is the most beautiful
Well,
baby.
I remember Manny doing martial arts. Like we took him to a
Oh
martial
yeah.
arts place up here off
Hmm.
of Antioch, and hey, it's belt testing, and he's gonna go from the blue belt to the yellow belt. I don't know the orders, but I know at one point he had a yellow belt, and we did a couple, and they're like, it's $45 for the testing, and they have a big ceremony, and he comes and breaks the board that they just put back together,
Hmm.
like it's already pre-broken,
Perforated. It's
perforated.
styrofoam. It's
Yeah,
styrofoam.
he kicks through it and then they put it back together and ready for the next kid. Like, and he's just, and yeah, we just paint. And so then we stay and watch the kids that are testing for black belts. And I'm like, I could beat these kids up with one hand tied behind my back. You're doing a disservice to them, sending them out into the world thinking that they're a black belt. They're not. Your
It's
parents,
basically the movie plot to Three Amigos. It's like
yes,
you're like
yes.
oh, this is it. They're great, real bullets.
Oh,
Yeah.
great. Real people who know
Yeah.
real martial arts.
I remember seeing these kids testing for black belts. I'm like, I could beat the crap out of every single one of these kids with one hand tied behind my back.
Not to mention the
No
fact that
question.
you're 28, 30 years older than these folks.
But if they're a black belt, shouldn't they be able to handle a tubby 30-year-old or something? Like, maybe I wasn't that tubby. I was pretty tubby then too. So,
Hey, I don't know whether to be the 30-year-old or the tubby. I mean,
Yeah,
you're definitely not 30.
but you
no,
definitely are
when
tough.
Manny was in martial arts, I was 30.
Gotcha. Yeah. Okay. Gotcha. You're right.
So, anyway.
Yeah. Huh. How did we
Yeah,
get there?
that's the trick. You got to find something that to get separate parents from their money,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's
Absolutely.
usually pretty easy.
and
But
telling them that their kids have a modicum of talent. That will do it.
yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. I've just blindly given them my credit card number at the cheer place and said, I don't even want to, I don't even
That's
look at what the receipts are for anymore. Just,
Take
that's
I
some
get
money.
my
scary.
credit card bill and I just pay it down. That's all.
And you know what? I think that they expect that that's what most parents are
Yeah.
going to do.
Mhm.
100%.
Yeah.
As long as she's happy. That's all that matters, I guess. But anyway.
So at their because she's in middle school, right?
Yep.
So
Sixth grade.
so I'm noticing like a lot of people are having kids that are graduating high school or whatever, and they go back and walk the halls. When did that
Yeah.
become a thing? Like I don't.
Uh,
I mean, obviously we didn't do it since we were all like K through 12.
I think it's more of a public school. Yeah, it's a public school thing. So like if you go to Blue Springs South, you're going to go back to all of your elementary schools, or you're going to go back to your elementary school and
Your
walk the halls there. And then I assume you do your middle school as well.
Has that always been a thing? Like, and two, like, is that a day that you're actually in school and they're just like, all right, we're gonna take the rest of the day off, and you just and send these kids out driving to their middle school or middle school, then their elementary school,
I
and
feel like it's
then
a newer, not brand new, but I mean, because
Hmm.
like I think Parker and Manny's school in Blue Springs when we lived in Independence, they went to William Yates, and I
mm-hmm.
believe they had like a march like that so like the fifth graders walk to school and all the kids come out in the hallway and everybody's cheering them on and you high five, you hug your teachers, all that stuff. And Parker missed it because we moved to Liberty. So then she
Ah,
went from William Yates to Shoal Creek, and so
so then, so
she didn't really do it.
kids like her, who like when she graduated, wherever she graduated from, where like she has nowhere to go because her middle
I think
school or
she
elementary
probably
school
just
are way across town.
went to like, Dutch
Chipotle.
Bros and yeah, she didn't she didn't care at that point because she didn't have anybody to see. Yeah, so
Yeah, that'd be kind of
yeah,
a letdown. I don't know. I'm kind of intrigued.
yeah.
That and because I'm seeing that stuff come up on social media and then where did I guess people don't wear tuxedos to prom anymore? Is that not a thing? Or has that ever been a thing that was just a thing for us?
Might have just been a thing for us because we bought
Yeah.
a tuxedo for graduation. So I think in order to get more use out of it, you wore it to prom, I think, too.
I didn't buy
Huh.
a tuxedo.
No, but you had the option
I
to.
rented
Like
mine.
we rented one. Well, you rent
Yeah,
one.
yeah,
Well, Mom had us in tuxedos for our eighth grade graduation, so
Well,
that's
no,
true.
I actually had to buy a tuxedo for the boys, I think. No, I think, shit, I don't even remember.
You probably bought one, but back when we were younger, when we were graduating high school, we just rented our tuxes.
It's sad, but that just like last year for Tomas, and I don't remember. I don't think we.
I'm noticing the trend of wearing tennis shoes with the suit though is kind of
Yeah,
fading.
it's just
So that
good,
was nice to
good.
see. That was nice to see.
But yeah, I feel like just wearing a regular suit is a little too cash
The
for
Pee Wee
the
Herman
prom.
suits, the Pee Wee Herman suits are kind of going by the
Yeah, I don't see
wayside as
as
well.
many.
I don't see
I
the
don't see as many of the
high
high
waters,
waters
no
with no sock.
socks. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
it was just something
yeah,
I observed this week. I'm seeing more of that stuff, and um,
right.
yeah, and all that stuff. So,
Am I
but yeah, what are you doing? Are you
nothing? I feel
hallucinating?
like no, I feel like Max Headroom, like it's very choppy on my end. But go ahead.
Hmm.
Sorry. Proceed.
I'm
What
good.
else, fellas?
No,
Cinco de
that was
Mayo.
it.
Cinco de
Cinco de Mayo.
Mayo.
Yes.
Cinco de Mayo.
Now you guys mentioned that Rudy got himself a free shirt.
That's all I wear
Um,
is free clothes.
so
Thank you,
you,
Antoinette and Rudy Stanampa, for the Corona wear. I also got a bandana and I got a Coors Light shirt, some sunglasses. So,
so you got all kinds of
I got.
goods.
You know what? You know what I got?
what
I
you
got
get,
drunk.
Bob?
You got drunk. Wow.
That's
Okay.
terrible. That's terrible.
Kid.
Wow. So I
I'm
got
kidding.
one.
No,
Because mom's gonna take. She's gonna take it and run with it, and she's gonna be like, "Oh, that's terrible. You shouldn't be putting that out there." And
I
Putting your
had
business on
one.
the street.
I
that's right.
bought one beer from Phil outside because I mean we waited for our table. We had a long wait for our table, so we were outside and the kids met me down there. Manny, Miranda came with Sonny and Rylan, and Macy was down there. Kim was with us. Macy was too cold. She had to wait in the car.
Ah.
She's like, I'm waiting in the car. And then she FaceTimes me as I'm outside, and she's like, Dad, somebody's here and they need you to move the car. And I'm like, what do you mean? I'm in a perfectly fine spot. I don't know. They tapped on the window and asked me if I could pull forward. And I said, I'm 12. And they were freaking out.
Well,
So I'm like, yeah, I'll be there in a second. So I go over there. because when I pulled in my spot, it was just a normal spot. There was cars. I pulled up right to the back of the car in front of me, and we were good. And there was no room for anybody behind me. So I was kind of confused on like what's going on. Well, apparently the person in front of me left, so there was a little bit of a space there, but a car could fit there. So finally, I got there. I moved the car forward or whatever, and I talked to Macy later to kind of get the story. And she's like, "Yeah, this guy kept trying to parallel park in front, and he couldn't do it. He tried like 4 times, and he ended up on the curb each time, and he got frustrated. He couldn't parallel park. So
Oh my
that's when he
God.
came.
I would just drive home. I would just drive home,
Yeah, how
start again the next
embarrassing.
day. The only thing that would have been worse is if he would have got out and let his girlfriend hop in and parallel park it for him. Like I can't handle, like, how do you not know how to parallel park? It
They don't
just,
Dude,
teach it anymore. It's yeah. I mean, it's
very
like
rarely.
find another restaurant. Find
it's
another
like
restaurant. You just ruined it. You can't show your face in that restaurant anymore. Go home.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's bad.
No, it was. So Macy's like, yeah. So they wanted me to pull up, and I told them, no, I can't. I'm 12. And so I was like, well, good job. Um, and so I pulled up, but they had left. She's like, I pulled the car forward, and his car was just behind mine, just sticking out, blocking that
Oh,
tattoo drive, the parking lot for
yeah.
the tattoo place.
How
So he's just
embarrassing.
sticking out into the street. Yeah. And then Parker told me, or Macy told me later, yeah, once you pulled the car forward, he came back and he just left. I'm like, good. He doesn't deserve Mexican food. I don't know if he was there for Rudy's or not, but
¡Viva México, cabrones!
so you were at the one in Westport. I was at the one in
Westport.
Lenexa, and
How'd that
yeah,
go? It
it was
surprised me when you said Margie and Rudy were there. I'm like, I just hugged Margie and Rudy. Like,
yeah.
what are you talking about?
And
And
Margie said,
so
"Yeah, I saw your brother Rudy. He was over at Westport, and yeah, they came
yeah,
in, and boy, they were like royalty when Uncle Rudy and Aunt Margie walk
yeah.
in the tent.
Rudy looking like he belongs on The Sopranos.
Everybody's trying to dap him up or shake his
He
hand or
had
whatever. And
We're not
he,
Mexicans. We're from out of town.
his green jumpsuit.
his green, white, and red jumpsuit, Adidas
Nice.
tracksuit. Yeah, he looked like he was gonna jump somebody. So
He was the boss. Yeah, no, it was
yeah,
great. It was tough to find a place to park, just like
yeah.
Westport, but it was a long wait for food. There was some people stealing tables. I mean, it was just it was out of control, man. It was nuts. There were so many people. We saw Tony D, our cousin Tony D
Yeah.
Garcia, and he's like, "Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna do this next year." I mean, it's just wild.
He's
Just
gonna do it. And it's a
Wait,
tradition.
do
How's he not
what?
gonna do
Like,
well,
it? Do the,
like put on the whole
yeah.
tent and the party and just
okay.
the music and just everything. I mean, you could and then you have to put up with angry customers. I think my niece Marissa, who works there, she said that Tony's wife Brandy had to get into it with a customer, and it's just you get people that have been drinking all day, and so
So
Hmm.
Marissa was working
yeah,
Cinco. Like, wow.
I imagine it'd be all hands on deck.
yeah, it really
Yeah.
is, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's exactly
Yeah.
what it
It
is.
was like we couldn't even wait inside. Like we were, and they had the tent going on, and the music didn't start till 7. And I got there at 5 to get our name in, and we got seated
You
about
got there at
6:30,
5, like
5 o'clock.
right as dinner. Like I'm thinking if it's Cinco de Mayo, I'm going around 2, when like nobody's gonna be there.
Well, then
And
Oh,
what's the
well, that's
point? I mean, I
lunch.
wanted to go
well,
for like the,
eh, that's
the
true.
music and the,
I
but
I went around 5:15 as well, and there was I mean, it was me and Anita and my mother-in-law Artie, and it was
And a
Tomas
thousand of your other friends.
Liza and thousands of our other friends. Yeah.
Really?
No, and so they told us that, yeah, it's going to be about a 2 hour wait. I'm like, oh my goodness, 2 hours. But we were able to get some drinks in the tent while we were waiting. But some folks in my group were getting a little impatient. They were hungry. They were ready to eat. And so the tripas
see,
were all growling. And
I think Manny was getting all cross-eyed, but originally it was going to be me because I pick up Macy on Tuesday nights after cheer, and I told her, I texted her like on Saturday and said, hey, when I pick you up on Tuesday, it's not even a question. We're going to Rudy's. It's Cinco de Mayo. That's what we're doing. And she texted me back, okay. And then Kim had messaged like, hey, where are we going on Cinco de Mayo? I'm like, okay, well, me and Macy. Well, she said, where are we going with Macy on Cinco de Mayo? I'm like, well, we're going to Rudy's. That's. So meet us there because I'm going to be coming from, Blue Valley. So it was us three, and I'm thinking, okay, us three, that'll be fine. Table of three. And then I was on the phone one day with Manny, and I was like, uh, hey, we're going to go to Rudy's if you want to. Yeah, he just jumped. He didn't let me finish the sentence. Yeah, I'll be there. I was like, okay. So now we're at a table of four. Then I was talking to Parker on the phone. We were just chit chatting, and I was telling her, yeah, me, Manny, and Kim and Macy are going to go to Rudy's for Cinco de Mayo. Which she said, by the way, I said, what are you guys doing for Cinco de Mayo? Lots of Mexicans out in San Diego. She's like, nobody celebrates it. That's not a thing out here. That's a Midwest white person thing. Like they don't. These are real Mexicans out here. They don't do that really. So I don't know.
My
I
my
don't know how true
white
that is.
my white boss gave us he let us go off get off work early.
What?
Really? Just the Mexicans? Please tell me just the Mexicans.
Well, what?
Was
There's
it
only like
just
six of you. There's only like four of you,
There's only like
6 of
four
you.
of us, yeah.
Yeah.
uh,
So
So I was
Well-
like, oh, perfect, because I was looking for a way to kind of sneak out the back door anyway, just kind of get my party started earlier.
Well, my point of my story was, though, just to finish it up real quick. So I'm talking with Parker, and she's like, well, did you call Miranda? And in my mind, I always think, so James works in Kansas. He gets off work. He's got to go all the way back to Lee Summit. Then they got to gather the kids and come all the way back. That's just a lot of, I don't think they can. And so, and I feel bad because I feel like if I ask Miranda, she's going to be like, well, I got to go. My dad invited me. And then she's got to, it's a lot to get kids.
Right.
I've had kids
Yeah.
before. And Parker's like, no, you need to ask her. You need to ask her. I'm like, well, yeah, let her say no to you. And so I asked her, and then she's like, yeah, we'll be there. So then it was her and Sunny. So my table of three went to 4, then to 7. And I'm like, then I start worrying, like, oh crap, like we're going to have to wait. And then later Miranda did tell me, she's like, well, I came because I don't want to be the person that doesn't show up to things. And I'm like, dude, you
So
shouldn't
you
have to.
obligated her. You gave her an
It's
obligation.
kind of what I thought it was, but
and she made an appearance at Alicia's game on Monday too. She's been all gallivanting around the
because
city.
she said the same thing. She's like, I don't want to be the person that doesn't show up. She was going to go. Her plan was to go to Andrew's play too on Saturday, but some family stuff came up on her mom's side, so she had to back out of that. But yeah, she's trying to do it all. I'm like, you're going to kill yourself. Like, you can't do it all. Like, you need to just chill. But yeah, so
You
but we
guys
had a
had
good
a
time.
good. Yeah, you guys had a good sync. I'm
I saw a
seeing
lot of
my
family. Yeah, I
I
saw
have
family
one
of ours
brother,
over in
one
Lenexa.
one brother in Lenexa at Rudy's, the other brother at Rudy's in Westport, and there was me. And I was like, you know what? I should probably do so. I mean, it's Cinco de Mayo. I should do something. And here I am sitting at a tennis lesson at 4:30, from 4:30 to
The
5:30.
whitest thing you could possibly do. Sitting
And
at
I'm like,
tennis lesson.
well, dang it. I'm like, well, you know what? I'm gonna take Avery to go get some tacos. Well, afterwards we were going to see her friends from school, her classmates, play softball. Since she's not playing softball this year, we were gonna go. These are all the girls that I coached the
Why
last
isn't
couple
she
years.
playing? Did she choose not to?
She
She's
does
running
not
track.
want to. She does not. Well, she could have done
Okay.
it, but she does not want to.
Oh.
It's basically she's afraid of the ball.
Okay.
So and then it starts. It's kid pitch now. So
Oh.
yeah, that's not a good time to be afraid of the
But
ball.
isn't it underhanded?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, she's not gonna get beamed, but I mean, she's Avery. She's afraid of the ball. I don't know.
Okay.
But yeah. So we went and saw our friends, and so afterwards, I was like, look, we're gonna go by Abelardo's. Nice. Get some tacos. Taco Tuesday. They have that sweet deal: 5 tacos, $5 or whatever it is, $6.
I think it's $6
And
now. Prices
yeah.
have gone up in this economy. But
Uh, um, so yeah, we drove by, and as soon as I go up past your Ford plant, go up Clay Como, and I'm getting excited, and we cross underneath the bridge, and the line is out into the freaking street, and I'm like, nope, forget this. I pulled a U and went home. I was like, I'm gonna go get me. I have microwave burritos I have in my freezer, and so I had a yeah.
See, part of what I enjoyed though is just being out with all the people and
Yeah.
seeing family and just seeing people, and yeah,
Yeah.
I love being at a big festival and party
I do
like that.
too. I wish we could have stayed longer. and when we were done, I mean, it was still a school night. Macy didn't have any homework, but she needed to practice her bassoon, she said. But when we came out, we were done eating, and it was like, the music is pulling me this way to the tent, but Macy's like, nope, we're going. Like she's heading to the car, and I'm like,
She had to drag you out of a restaurant, is what you're saying?
yeah, kind of. And I wish I would have taken a picture of it. Phil was selling beer outside, where the tent is. You guys have all been to the Westport one when they do it, right?
We don't
Yeah.
have no
So
beer, just tequila.
Phil's out there, and they've got a big bucket, a tip bucket, and they had a sign on the front. I should have taken a picture of it because I can't remember it exactly, but it said, "Just put the tip in. It won't. It'll feel great," or something like that. Hilarious, like hilarious. I'm like, you cochino. I'm like, just for that, I'm gonna do it on the card. I didn't have any cash on me anyway. But yeah, I said just put the tip in. It'll feel great. So
Yeah,
All right.
they had some delicious margaritas out in Lenexa, and Anita and I partook of those, and yeah, they were delicious. They kind of sneak up on you though.
Hmm.
One of us had to get
yeah,
up and go to work this morning, and so it was a little difficult.
I just had a Modelo. That was it. One,
That's all you had? One all
uno,
night?
just one. Just while I was waiting, just waiting for
I
the
have to
table.
make a
So I
conscious
wasn't.
effort. Go ahead.
Well, no, I was gonna say the sign said like the Coors Light was $5 and the garage beer was $4. So I kind of wanted a garage beer. But when I went up to Phil, he was like, well, he was listing off he's like, you've got Pacifico, you've got Corona, you got,
Oy.
I didn't want to say, what about the white person's beer, like the garage? So I'm like, yeah, give me a Modelo. It's Cinco de Mayo. Why not?
You're literally gonna drink non-Mexican
Yeah,
beer on
that's
Cinco de Mayo. What was wrong with? We ought to
It
revoke
was
your card.
$4. I could have had a few of those. No, I got a Modelo Especial. So yeah,
while you're wearing your Corona shirt.
no, I popped this one open today. So no,
Gotcha.
sir. But I had
Well,
my
good. I was
mariachi
jealous.
T-shirt. I had my mariachi
Oh,
T-shirt
were
on.
you wearing
Yeah.
it that night?
Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
nice.
I saw a lady that was wearing a shirt that said La Borracha, and I'm like, I have El Borracho, the shirt that goes with it. It's the Loteria cards, and
Mm-hmm.
it's sitting in my drawer. Didn't even change.
Yeah.
I came straight from work, so I'm dressed in like a button down, and anyway, it was.
Hmm. Yeah,
I
I'm
was just
jealous.
on the
I'm jealous of
subject
you
of
guys.
tacos, real quick before we move on, have you guys heard of Kansas City tacos? KC
No.
yeah,
tacos?
yeah. I mean, it
No.
was basically the ones with Parmesan cheese on the top.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, why they're called? I just learned that my buddy Adam at work had mentioned. He's like, what a Casey, do you have Casey taco? I'm like, what are you talking about? Casey
Yeah,
tacos.
they,
I've lived
they
in
did
KC
a
my whole life, never heard of it. But he said it's the ones with Parmesan. I'm like, oh, like a taco. Like that's what tacos are. And he's like, no, like a lot of people do the street tacos, blah, blah, blah. But a crispy taco with the toothpick and the Parmesan cheese, that's a Kansas City taco.
yeah. There was
And
an
Really?
I had
article.
never
In
heard of
fact,
it.
there was an article, and I think I just found it. I'm not going to read it to you, but I will see if I can pull this up here real quick.
I had never heard him referred to that as that.
There we go. Can you guys see that?
Barely.
Why is it up there?
I don't know. That's weird.
Yeah, I don't know why it's up there. That's weird. That's not
Okay.
where I wanted it to be. But anyway, yeah, it
Ah.
the fried taco blanketed in Parmesan is essential to the city's Mexican food history.
Really?
Kansas City tacos.
Yeah,
And I
I
can't
had no
remember
idea.
why. I think because Parmesan was in it was in abundant supply, I think is what it was. I just remember this article came out. What's the date of it? Yeah, like 2019, April 2019. And I think I had read it at the time. I think it talked about the whole history of the Kansas City taco. And
Never heard of it as a Kansas City. Never
Interesting.
heard of it referred to it
Well,
as
we
a
grew
Kansas
up
City
on
taco.
it, apparently.
yeah, look, there it
Yeah,
is. Right? Parmesan
yeah,
sprinkled onto Kansas City tacos. That's at Manny's, Kansas City.
yeah.
Okay.
Blew my mind.
Okay.
I'm like, I've never heard of it.
Interesting.
That's a taco. What you're describing is a taco to me. But
They're not like that all over the place. That's
I
just
guess not.
Kansas City.
And he's like, when you were in San Diego, did you? And I'm like, you know what? Now that I think about it, yeah, they're mostly street tacos everywhere. I mean, that's if you ask for a taco, it's going to be a little corn tortilla with.
And that's interesting that Parker being out of San Diego, that they don't. That's not a
Yeah,
celebrating Cinco de Mayo is not a
she meant,
thing.
and there's lots of Mexican restaurants around them. She's like, none of them are really doing anything. It doesn't
Hmm.
seem like. Now, I don't think she's out there pounding the pavement, checking out all the local
Right.
restaurants to see what they're doing. But she's just like, it doesn't feel like you don't hear much about it here.
It's not a thing.
Right. So
Well, speaking of Cinco de Mayo out on the West Coast in California, this is kind of what I think of. Let me find it.
So while you're trying to find that,
Okay, I found
you
it.
found it. All right, go ahead.
You'll recognize this, guys, I think.
hey,
Well, here they come, East LA's own Roosevelt High School marching band.
What's happening?
I forgot it's a Cinco de Mayo parade.
What's Cinco de Mayo?
I don't know, but we have a parade every year.
that's LA. That's LA. Exactly.
That's a perfect segue because I think you guys know the answer to this, so I'm going to go ahead and ask it. What do we celebrate on Cinco de Mayo? I know the answer. I'm asking the two of you. All right, but Jamie looks confident, so I think he knows. So let's start with Rudy. What are we celebrating?
So if I say Mexican Independence Day, that's in September.
Yeah, you know that that's wrong.
Right. So this is like in some battle. It doesn't have to do with the Alamo, does it? No.
Wow.
No.
Alamo.
Swing and a miss.
There's a
About
battle
Alamo.
of like Davy Crockett. I don't know.
About
Dude,
Pee-wee Spike.
bro. Oh, you know what?
No, now he's going to Google it because he doesn't want to look
No,
stupid.
I'm not going to Google it. I was looking. We got too many.
Maybe tell him what it is.
It's like, bro, I got a lot of tables.
Battle of the Battle of Puebla. Is it Puebla? Puebla or Pueblo?
Yeah.
We're not Mexicans. We're from out of
It's
town.
the Mexican city of Pueblo or Puebla. They fought off the French who were advancing because President Benito Juarez had defaulted on their loans, and so Napoleon was trying to.
You're reading it.
Surprised you didn't know that.
I'm telling you, what does it look like? I'm reading.
Okay.
He
You kind of look like you were reading there for a second.
He took that as opportunity to add Mexico to his whatever it is. But yeah,
I knew.
so it's
I knew a Benito Alvarez, but.
Surprised you didn't know that.
So Jamie went a lot further than I thought he would.
Yes.
But yeah, the Battle of Puebla when the Mexican undermanned Mexican army defeated the French.
Yes. In
side note.
1850 or 1860 something.
So why do we celebrate it in America?
Because we're stupid.
Mexican Americans started doing it. I don't know.
And see, if you saw in that clip, that was kind of the joke, was that the Cheech was with that Mexican woman. She was from Mexico, and she's
That's
like,
right.
"What is this?
What is this?" Yeah. No, Kim told me one of her coworkers. I won't say what school she works at, but one of the teachers was in a taco costume with a sombrero on. And had Mexican music blaring in the classroom.
That's
white
racism,
lady,
man. I love to racism, bro.
White people in sombreros drive me insane. But not only sombrero, but a taco costume.
That's
but getting back to the holiday, or why we're celebrating, or what it is rather. Side note, Anita and I have actually been to the city of Puebla.
Really? Okay.
When we were studying in Mexico back in 1994, so
yeah,
94, 32 years ago.
Wow.
Right.
I'm sure lots of has changed probably.
Yeah.
Man,
we were there before the internet.
Before the internet.
It's hard to think about or fathom, really. I mean, we were there studying before there was internet.
It's
Yeah.
crazy to think that we were alive before the internet, period. But yeah, you were
Speaking of
in
that,
Mexico. Like you couldn't just type in, you know, El Mercado I know that's in San Antonio. Whatever.
directions to
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
you had to. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Speaking of
Anyway.
feeling old, sorry, were you guys done with that?
No, go ahead.
Mexican!
So speaking of feeling old, and I don't, did we may have talked about this, and so stop me if we've talked about this before in an episode, but um, things that make you feel old as far as your kids go, or make you feel like, man, they've really grown up. I had a moment the other day. Did I tell you the swing set story?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think so.
So I'm outside pushing the girls. We're on the swings that we've had basically since we've moved in here. So the
Mhm.
last 7 years or so. And so I'm pushing them, and Avery she just was being goofy and was like, "Dad, push me." So I'm like, yeah, I'll push you. And so I was like, I'd always mess with her and push her really high and get her scared or whatever. Well, she's 9 years old now, so it's not as easy to do. So I'm pushing her, and all of a sudden I'm looking up, and I see, now we have a wooden swing set, okay? The wood is bowing at the bottom as she's swinging, like it's creaking and it's moving, like it's just, like hardcore, movement here.
Really?
And so I look over to the right, and we have this like rock wall, this plastic rock wall. You probably know what I'm talking about. Like it
Mhm.
goes up to
Mhm.
the top of the slide area,
Right.
and I look over, and the swing set is just rocking, and the plastic rock wall is just it's kind of staying in place, but it's moving, and the screws and stuff are you could tell they're not even in there anymore. It's just like it's worked its way out because of all their swinging and stuff. I'm like, holy
Right.
crap, these kids are grown up. Like, what the hell? They're too big for this swing set now. And so
Yeah.
it just hit me. It was like, oh my God, these girls are growing up. And so I
It's
wanted to see if you guys have had anything like that
I
where
do. Let me follow up on that. So I distinctly remember one year Tomas was playing basketball, so I think it might have been 5th grade into 6th grade, and he was still in his basketball uniform. I think this was after a game. We were around the house. I think he was maybe laying down on the sofa or something, and I was probably sitting next to his legs, okay? And this is my 5th grade boy. I had always thought about him as
oh,
as a
okay.
boy, right? Okay.
Hmm.
Then I look closely, and you start to see some hair on the legs, and I'm just like, my little boy can't have hair on his legs. The only people that have hair on their legs are adults. And I was just like, whoa, it just hit me so much so, and I'll have to show you guys at some point. I took a picture of that and saved it because I was like, this is the exact
Uh-huh.
moment. It's like if I could take a still photo, which I did, this is like documenting him transitioning from, I know, transitioning, but transitioning from a
Yeah,
little
and we
boy to a young adult. And so it was just like, man, this is blowing my mind right now. So yes, I
Yeah.
have had those moments.
Yeah, and two, I kind of had to a lesser extent the other day. We were at mom's house, and I think Quentin was there, and he had his shoes off, like, and I just needed to run out to my van, so I put his shoes on, and it felt like when I was little, and we would put dad's shoes on. I was like, what the hell? What is this? Like
he had
his
big old
shoes were too big.
chanclas.
Yeah, I'm like, and I look like a clown with his shoes on.
Yeah,
Like
they
it
were
was
probably
that
falling
bad.
off you. Were they falling off you?
Yeah, yeah. It's like, oh my God. So yeah,
Well,
that
I
was.
mean, I know this weekend I felt really old because when we were at mom's watching old home movies,
Mm-hmm.
my high school graduation party came up.
Yes.
And when I asked mom, like, how old were you? We were doing the math,
Oh yeah.
and she was 45 in the video, and I'm 47 now. And that's what I'm struggling with. Like, seeing these old videos of times that I remember really well and realizing I'm older than what they were then. And that's doing something. It's messing me up a little bit. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
sitting well.
stuff like that. It's funny because we would look back and remember we would talk about how we would joke about how we've never seen our dad run and stuff, and
Yeah.
we're just like, oh, he's always been old, it's just this and that, and I'm like, no, that's the age we are now. Is
And I
when
can't
we would
run. Have you tried to run?
that I
We've talked
have,
about
and
this
it's
on the show
not
before.
comfortable. It is not comfortable.
It
I
hurts.
tell you
It
what,
hurts my knees.
what really smacked me in the face too, and it's another. So this weekend, Alicia had her, and I think I might have mentioned this story to you. She had her
He
first.
said, "Smack me in the face." Anyway, go ahead.
Alicia had her first like birthday party for a classmate in her regular class, her gen ed classroom, not her special needs class. Like it was, with all her classmates. Anyway, it was at a gymnastics place, and so as soon as I saw gymnastics, I was like, okay, I know I'm going to be the one taking her because I'm going to have to get in there and and so I'm doing all this, like we're doing the rope swing, and I'm holding, back and forth, and then she wants to jump into the foam pit, so I'm throwing her in, jumping her in, getting her out, and pushing her up, and all this stuff. And then we're doing trampolines, and then I look down, and I have a big ring all the way here of just sweat, and I'm like, my eyes are full of salt; they're burning from all the salt from my sweat. And I'm just like, and I was so embarrassed looking at at the other parents, like, they probably think this fat pig is gonna keel over and just die.
Yeah.
And so and I was like, I don't have it in me anymore. I got home and I was just shot. That I told Emily, I was like, I'm done for the rest of the day. I can't do anything. Like I couldn't move. I was miserable.
But that's very physical. I mean, you're talking about what amounted to really a workout, right? I mean, Alicia's how heavy is she these days?
I mean, she's in the 40, 45 pounds, maybe.
So imagine taking 45 pounds and doing all those exercises. So it's like a weighted vest almost, right? I mean, so I think nobody's gonna give you crap. I mean, it's
even though it's
basically
really
you went through a workout.
Yeah, it just made you feel like, oh my God, my body's shot. I'm old, type of thing. Even though, I mean, that would have been a workout for a lot of people. But yeah,
I know something kid related that made me feel old this week, and I'll bury this here at the end of the show. So
never mind.
Macy will never see this, I assume. But I told you how she kind of mentioned to some boys in her class that we have a podcast and they were going to look it up on their computer and blah, blah, blah. So I've been trying to get more clips out there or whatever. And so, the podcast has a TikTok account. So I go out on the TikTok account and it tells me, we have the same people that kind of interact with our stuff. Anthony Spino, Don McGee or Don Eddings or Don McGee, whatever. Same people that kind of like our stuff and stuff like that. And it shows you anybody that even looks at your page,
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it'll say, hey, this person was looking at your profile. So I saw an old classmate of mine at Rockhurst, and part of me's thinking like, okay, you're looking at it, just freaking follow us. Like, what are you doing? Like, what? But whatever. And I'm not going to say any names, but I saw this name of a boy in her class, and I clicked on it, and because he was looking at our page, and so I went to his page, and in his bio it says it had like a baseball emoji, and it had like a flame emoji and something else, blah blah blah, and then underneath it had like two little hearts, and it said Macy, and then two little hearts, and I was like,
oh boy.
I thought you were gonna say it had I thought you said it was gonna have an eggplant emoji or something. But this is worse.
No eggplant emoji, no like
somebody's catching feelings,
water droplets.
What?
Yeah, and that's my last one. That's like my littlest. That's my last one, and so that made me feel extremely old this week.
Wow.
Because that's it. That's all I have left.
So let's talk. His name's got to be what?
No,
Bryce.
It's not one. Thank
he's
the
not
Lord.
Going to tell you what the kid's name is anyway.
No, but it's a classic, like a Bob, Steve. It's a classic.
Did she nab herself a Julio?
No, it's not a. It's
no.
not illegal.
Park?
I said it illegal. That was so racist. I love the racism, bro. No, it wasn't a Hispanic name. It was a classic, good all-American name.
Darnell.
Like a Bob or a Steve or a.
No Devontae?
Jim. Anyway,
Jim. There's no kid's name. What
It's
kid do you
actually
know named Jim?
if you're a kid,
Hey,
your name is
Jim.
Jimmy, right?
there's never a kid named Carl or
They just one day appear
Tim.
as adults.
Yeah, they just appear
That's like
as an
there's never
adult.
a 4-year-old named Karen.
Never,
Yeah.
never. But no, it's an all
Anyway,
American name, so it's not a Cason or a.
Jason.
I went to Sonny's soccer like after the season party at Custard's Last Stand tonight, and not so much on her team, but it reminds some of the names on like Ryland's, the kids on Ryland's soccer team. Man, they're insane. I don't have an example. I think Cason's one of them, but yeah, it's crazy. Like, what are people doing these days? And we were just
Yeah.
talking about the name upstairs. I was watching the Royals game, and there's a guy. It's pronounced Reese, like Reece, Reese,
RHYS.
Rhys. What are we doing?
I think that's an
Although I got
English
to be
thing.
careful, and again, we're bearing this at the end of the episode, but I have a friend whose kid's name is Rhys, and
I was going to say we're treading into some very dangerous territory here.
come on, some good American names like Mackenzie and Miranda and
All right.
Manuel
All right,
and
Mr. Ice Agent.
Macy.
Jeez.
I know my kids. I've got Manuel Antonio Paredes.
So
And, go ahead.
go ahead.
What?
No, I
No,
was going to change the topic. You mentioned banquets and sports and whatever.
Hey, before we move on,
Go
can I need to go back. I want to give a shout out, a Cinco de Mayo shout out to somebody I ran into at Rudy's. What is it? Oh, that's her.
Oh, she got a
award.
trophy, participation trophy. All right.
She already dropped it and cried. It reminded me, as soon as Manny got his football trophy when he was her age, he didn't even make it back to the table, and he had already snapped it in half. She dropped it on the floor, and yeah, the whole edge of it is nicked up already. But anyways, go ahead.
I just want to give a quick shout out to we were going into to Rudy's in Lenexa for Cinco, and out of the coming out was somebody that I
came out.
recognized.
One of our family members.
Hmm.
I recognized her face, and I could not picture the name, and so it took me like about 1.5 to 2 seconds, and then I recognized who it was. It is Nunzia Corte from Old Northeast.
All right.
She recently followed us on social media.
Yeah, and I just and then in that moment I realized we're not connected on Facebook, but she was telling me, yeah, I saw Nikki Pace shared something about your podcast, and you guys are up for an award, and so we just got to talking, and so it was good because I didn't think, quite honestly, living out in Kansas, I thought it was just
it's a major award.
I thought it was just me and Nikki Pace out here from the Old Northeast area, but now come to find out, Nunzia's out this way as well.
Nikki's actually in Emporia now. She said.
Did they move?
I think with her new yes, she's in Emporia, she said.
Okay.
I don't know much more than that, but she's in Emporia.
Well, anyway, shout out to Nunzia Corte, running into her, and yeah, that was awesome.
Good.
Swing.
I'm not sure where that came in, but no, we need to be wrapping up. But I wanted to let you guys know.
People watching. That's all.
Your niece, my daughter, I love her very much. She, I think, set the record for the shortest long jump. Did I tell you about how she was doing the long jump?
You didn't tell me you have video. Do you have video?
I do.
I've seen videos of her, and I'm like, in watching it, I'm going, where's the jumping part actually occur?
Yeah.
More like a hop, but I don't know if you've got one of the videos to show.
I don't have it loaded or anything. That might have to be a next week thing. But yeah, she I went and they keep track of their times and their distances and all that stuff. And so I went quickly went to go check hers. And of course I go straight to the bottom. And out of there was maybe around 50 or so kids doing the long jump or whatever, and she was dead last. But I'll check to see how far did she come from second to last, whatever. She jumped. So the person who's second to last jumped X amount. She jumped like half that. Like I'm talking like, and I'm starting to think. I was like, if she stretched her legs out, like did the splits a little bit, she probably would have gotten further than what she jumped. It was, yeah.
Like I said, I went and watched the video, and I'm like, I really didn't see a jump in there anywhere.
I love her, but again, there is no athlete in my family. Sorry,
Yeah.
Quentin. Kylie, she got the tennis thing going on, but yeah, my baby. She at least in track or the long jump. But yeah.
So, guys, since we are coming to a close, there are still, I think, a few topics I wanted to touch base on.
Oh, I got to pee and I got a clip. So go.
Oh, all right. Well, I'll hit it real quick. Have you guys? I went to a lacrosse
That's what she said.
match before.
Oh,
Are they called matches?
I guess. I don't know.
Is it called a
It's not a
pitch?
lacrosse game. Anyway, it's a combination basically of hockey, soccer, and at one point it looked like there was like a fast break going on.
Ooh.
So my senior year at Rockhurst, they started the lacrosse program, but it was just a club because the only teams at that time were all in St. Louis. So every weekend you would travel to St. Louis to play. But
and I think Rockhurst is one of the better teams.
Yeah, so I remember going home and asking Mom, "Hey, can I?" No, you can't do it. But
it's interesting to watch.
My lacrosse dreams died
shattered.
that day. But yeah,
you can actually take the sticks and hit people with them, right? So they're taking the sticks, and it's legal to hit people with the. And this was some of the most brutal. I mean, I later, after the game, took my nephew RJ's his stick, and I just smacked it on my arm to see how hard that would feel, or how much that would hurt. And that's pretty painful. I mean, they've got some pads. He said he wears like an elbow pad. I mean, I was watching
hockey.
I didn't really see the elbow pad, but
can't you hit people in hockey with your stick?
I think
so.
You
can't hit them high. It's because there's high sticking or whatever.
But then what I could understand either was that there were officials that would throw a flag, but that didn't stop play. They would continue to play even after the flag was stopped. And so, I'm sitting there. This is the first time I've seen a lacrosse match in person. And so I'm listening to what some of the other parents are saying. And, just to be goofy, I'm like, yeah, stick him, or, just totally throwing out the most random.
That's what she said.
Yeah. So
that's terrible.
Stick them. Yeah. What was that?
It was interesting. It was an interesting experience. Just had never, and a lot of times it seemed like they were walking, and I was just like, or they're standing still, and I'm like, there's like,
sure, you can't run constantly.
I don't know.
Occasionally on the basketball,
running constantly, right? I mean,
nah. You walk around. If you're a defender, you wait. You stand.
If you're a defender.
I'm learning this watching Rylan. If he's a defender, he's just back here waiting. You're just
and then that was the other thing that I noticed too, is that there's like 3 people that can't cross the 50-yard line. They've got to stay on one side, and I'm like, what are they doing? Why are they standing there?
They're defenders.
They're attackers, or you got to stay on your side of the
where you don't have to run as much. That would be I want that spot, that position.
Well, once the ball is on your side, then you got to start running again.
What's your other thing, Bob?
I sub out.
Did we want to talk about the individual, the JP Morgan lady who sexually harassed her?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's fake. Although, sorry, I just completely jumped to it. Did you hear Mike Vrabel, the Diana Rossini's husband?
That came out tonight. They had rented a boat together.
They rented a boat. No, I was just talking about the husband is going to get a paternity test on the kids.
Oh, no, I hadn't heard that.
Diana Rossini's son is named Michael, which I think is crazy.
Hilarious. Although my daughter's named Miranda, and I dated a Miranda right before I dated her mom. Is that weird?
And funny enough, you dated a Manny, too, right before Manny. So I don't know how that happened, but... Sorry, go ahead.
Hold on.
Boom, roasted.
There you go.
Anyway.
Good. So anyway, so lacrosse.
JP Morgan deal.
JP Morgan lady?
Yeah, that was pretty intense, man. But you said
talking about her cannons.
You said you think it's fake or something, that it's coming out that
it's come out that it's fake, but Bobby's saying that now it's coming out maybe not all of it's fake. It sounds like the guy was maybe cheating, and he's trying to save face with his wife or something, maybe. So he's like, well, she was forcing me to.
But
Ah.
allegedly, though, he turned down $1 million settlement from J.P. Morgan Chase. So, I don't know. There's still, we don't know what the facts are, but I know there's where there's smoke, there's fire. So something happened there. It's a question of what all went on. But
The dude sounds like a wuss, though. You're reading, he started crying. And, bro, come on. What are you doing?
Come on.
Come on. Let me try it. I've never shared my screen. I've never done this before. So I'm going to. Do I hit screen or do I hit presentation?
Hit share down at the bottom.
Yeah,
share
and then it
says
says
screen. You can't do a presentation.
Okay, then let me go here and then share. So, can you guys see this?
Got to coordinate.
It's like watching him sound out words.
Tell me when you can see it. Okay.
That's what she said.
And one time at band camp, we weren't supposed to have pillow fights, but we had a pillow fight, and it was so much fun. And this one time, we all lost our music, and we were supposed to play this song, but we didn't know it. So we just made it up, and we kept playing and playing, and the conductor didn't know what we were doing, and it was so funny. So you're pissed about something, huh? You know what I do when I'm angry? I just play some Bach on my flute. It's so relaxing. I learned to do that at band camp.
Hold on. You have no idea why I'm angry?
It's because we have a test tomorrow. Sometimes I get cranky when I know I have a big test to study for.
Yeah, that.
I can stop it. It's
yeah, no, it's good. Band camp. Yep.
I don't. Yeah.
It's very fitting.
Oh, you're not gonna let it play?
Well, the dirtier version is a different
later
clip.
on.
Again, that's later on when they're at the party after graduation. So I chose the less dirty clip. Jamie's played the dirtiest clips we've ever played on this show. This episode.
I did. I kind of did, didn't I?
Yeah, you did.
Let me.
But anyway,
let me clean it up a little bit. Or what do you think of this one?
Save face. Here we go. More clips.
This is a little Cinco de Mayo from the Cinco de Mayo scene of the same movie.
Go Raiders!
Just love the fact that you tried to clean it up.
I know they said Panocha.
Panocha.
My bad.
This got even worse. But anyway.
What else? Hurry up! Unload the bullets. What's left?
You want me to unload it all over?
That's what she said.
Let me go through my phone real quick and see real quick. What else did I have? Pizza Hut's bringing back the Rudy's Runs. This is kind of Rudy's Runs. Pizza Hut's bringing back the Book It program. That's literally how I survived. While you guys were eating Mom's meatloaf, I got to go.
Yeah, I never got any. I must not have read books. I hate reading.
Yeah, you were dumb as hell.
And yet you still can't read. Go figure.
Northeast Pizza. Me and Manny went to Northeast. Have you guys been to Northeast Pizza?
Never heard of it.
It's over by.
Is it in Northeast?
Yeah. Well, I mean, Jamie says not so much. It's over by like St. John's.
Oh yeah,
Baptist.
that's North End. It's more North End.
No, it's not. You're out of the North End. North End is Garozzo's. That's that specific little area. You got to come out onto the avenue, and then that's Northeast because you drive back around by that weird intersection.
It's Northeast. Okay. Yeah, you're right.
Anyways, solid pizza. It's really good pizza. That one racist dude, is it Portnoy or whatever? Barstool Sports. He went there and rated him really high. And it's a cool little spot though in Northeast. They've got some cool stuff on the walls. It's like kind of an 80s theme type place, but pizza was solid. Pizza was really good. Manny and I enjoyed it. I know a lot of people had talked about it, so I'm not like discovering anything. It's been out there. But I kept wondering, like, Northeast, who's going to Northeast for pizza? But solid place, good food, and it was a cool little environment. So,
what else? Keep going, because I got something else I thought of.
I mentioned the Book It thing and Diego Pavia. We don't have to talk about him; he's a clown, but he's on the Ravens now. But anyways, go ahead. What do you got?
What do you guys think? And we can avoid the political talk here, but there's a big controversy about the owners of Slaps Barbecue going to the White House.
I'll never eat there again in my life. Ever. and I eat a lot, so
Clearly,
I've
yes.
actually I've only been there once anyway, so it's not gonna hurt them that much. But
I'll be honest. Look, I try to keep politics out of my food, but yeah,
I
I
still
think
eat
this
at
will probably
Chick-fil-A.
impact whether I go, because I've never tried slaps, so I have no idea whether their barbecue's any good.
Oh,
I had it once and it was okay, and I had it a second time and it was really good. So,
but it's
hit
not
or
like
miss.
you can't find good barbecue in Kansas
Right,
like
Right.
anywhere else. It's
right.
everywhere. So if I don't have to, and it's not convenient. There's not convenient
Where
parking.
is it? Is it like the West
It's
Bottoms?
right.
No, it's in
No.
KCK.
It's KCK, like right across the, right across the river, like
Okay,
right over there on the other side. It's right there. Like you can
so
see
like
downtown.
downtown KCK.
Yeah. Like, is
Ish.
there a downtown KCK? Kind of. Yeah, it's around there.
Is there a downtown KCK? Is that what he just
Yeah,
said?
man. Well, yeah. What is that?
Yes,
What do they? They don't have
it is
anything there.
the
What's
Reardon
that?
Civic Center. That's
7th
where
and
all the
Reardon,
dances
Minnesota.
I was
were.
gonna say that's the only thing there. The Reardon Civic Center and 7th Street Casino. Is that it? It's pretty much it.
Sure.
So,
No.
but yeah, no, from their little like rooftop place to eat, you can see downtown and stuff. It's right there. But
Okay.
it was good. But yeah, I can not drive over there and go to Joe's like I always do, and I'll be fine. So
Yeah. All right. Well, anything else we can?
what was he even doing? Doesn't matter.
It was
Okay.
it was a summit about small business for small business owners or something. I don't know, but yeah.
Oh, the other thing before we leave,
What?
the Royals getting rid of the Hawaiian Brothers thing.
Hawaiian Bros.
Oh,
The Hawaiian Bros promotion is
So if you don't
done.
know, yeah, the Royals had a promotion going with, or the Hawaiian Brothers had Bros had a promotion going with the Royals. So if the Royals plated 6 runs, then the following day you only members, because you had to be a part of their loyalty program. Then they got a free plate? Is that what it was?
Yeah, free lunch plate. So I'm not sure I haven't been there in years. I ate so much Hawaiian Brothers when they first opened that I just burned myself out on it. We used to eat it every night at Ford. So I haven't been there in a long time, but a lunch plate, I'm assuming you get like maybe one side instead of two, but I don't know what a lunch plate is, but it's obviously smaller than a dinner plate probably, but
But
yeah, you got a free one. You got a free one, and so the lines were ridiculous. Well, our cousin Joey said he went, and
Segura.
wasn't it Joey? Joey
Yeah.
Segura, former guest, and said he went, and the line was into the street, and he just gave up, and
Yeah. And
so
I think not only do they have long lines, I think they lost a lot of money on this deal. So it came out today that they've modified the promotion now. So it's if the Royals plate 6 or more runs, then the following day members of their loyalty program have to get a buy one get one free. I think is
yeah, it's
what they've
buy one get
changed.
one free.
Can you
So
imagine too the poor people that are making whatever minimum wages today, $13 an hour, $14 an hour, and having to deal with just lines of customers and I don't know. It just
yeah,
I feel bad for the people on the front lines is what I'm saying. So
but you still went and got your Hawaiian Brothers? No? Oh, okay.
You know
All
what? Is minimum wage $13? I started at Ford at like 15 something. Jesus Christ. Anyway. Anyway. All right. So
all right, did
anything else?
we get everything?
I think we got it all in. I think next week we're gonna shoot
That's
for
what she
having a
said.
guest.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, we got something in the works. So
Yes.
You said what now? Next week we got to shoot for what?
We're shooting for having a guest.
Oh, okay. Very good.
Yeah,
All right.
get back on the too. So.
Are we which ending? You guys know which ending we're going with?
We didn't even talk about the other one. We can try the new ending,
Test it out.
It's up to you. I don't know how.
Let's go with the regular.
No, let's test it out. Let's test it out. Let's run it and see.
All right.
And it can't be anywhere. Nobody's watching at this point other than the 2 people in it anyway. So
Don't worry, nobody's listening anyway.
All right. Well, we appreciate you joining us. I know we're at an hour 29 here, so I'll just quickly say for my brothers Rudy and Jamie,
LeBron James.
and LeBron James. Until next time, quit acting stupid.
is it playing? Did it play at all?
I think it
Hold on.
did.